let's get a bit late. You just have as they say, there's no such thing as a free drink, so you've got to put up with it. Yeah. Good talk. Mum's here. You come over here. She's not here. You like her over here? Okay. As they say, there's no such thing as a free drink, so you've got to put up with this next session and pretend you're enjoying it, if you wouldn't mind. So, firstly, I'd like to welcome you all here for, I've got this very voluminous notes here. Welcome you all here to our house to celebrate Kim's 40th birthday, which occurred within the last month, I believe. She had to pick a night when Mandy was playing, but that's another issue. So I think it's a measure of Kim's something, I don't know, popularity or whatever, that so many people have turned up. We were talking about lunch the other day, and we reckon at our 40th we had 5 people, and they only came because they wanted the free drink. So Kim's done very well to attract such a large crowd. But to be frank, we're very grateful for the people who were invited who couldn't come, because as you can see, we're just about at capacity here. So if anyone needs to fill more space, there's outdoor areas, dry, some places, there's garage, there's downstairs in the football if you need to go down there. So talking about Kim and trying to spend the minutes, the hours I spent writing, days I spent writing the speech, trying to think of things that I can say, but the first thing that came to mind is that it's a very difficult period. It's a daunting period to have a 40-year-old daughter. For most people, it's daunting. For me, being such a youthful person, it's quite frightening. My neighbour's daughter said yesterday when she heard there was a 40th birthday at our house, she thought it was mine. I just wanted to get over a few issues that I've written out here, and so you'll all get home at a reasonable hour. Anyone who's been to a Jeffrey function knows that the Jeffrey people speak too much. They speak a lot of drivel, and I've cut that down. I've actually changed my whole system today, so I'm just going to raise 3 points. So the first thing I'd like to say about Kim, obviously we're very proud of our daughter, but there's a few things I'd like to say. She's had a blessed life. One of the things about Kim I really love is that Kim has a great idea. She has the what we call the streaker's defence. Why would you do that, Kim? Because it seemed like a good idea at the time. Some people, they research things. They might, in the old days, buy a book. Today they get their Google and they search things out. But Kim never thought it was worthwhile wasting her time doing that. So Kim's way of learning things was the hard way. So she started off by doing it, regardless of what advice she got or didn't get, doing it again, doing it the 3rd time, and then she'd go back and do the Google search and find, maybe if I had have done it properly in the first place, it wouldn't be a problem. So the first thing, it goes without saying that, so when she was growing up, and her mother, who's going to speak after me, hopefully, she would agree with me that if you wanted Kim to do anything, you had to actually go and tell her to do the actually opposite of what you wanted to do, because if you told her something, she would obviously find a way of doing the opposite. Yeah. Somebody may have noticed that Kim's actually half the person she was of about 18 months. Where is she? She goes to another feature of her personality, which is her determination. And in this effort she had, now this is a great line, if you listen carefully, right? Her Achilles heel in her... She can't lose weight, was her Achilles heel. And she's overcome that, and we've been after when my dad's birthday was on, We went on a cruise the day after, or the week after she did it. She didn't complain, she didn't cancel a ticket, she came on with a little scooter and whatever, scooted around the ship, and had the whole ship in stitches. So I think that's a determination that she's got, which is all good well for her past and obviously her future. So, again, as I say, I'm going to keep it short, but the main thing I think that about Kim is there's so many miserable bloody people in the world today, and the thing why Kim attracts friends or whatever is because she's a happy person, she exudes happiness, and I think that, you know, if you're feeling bad or whatever, I suggest you go and buy Kim a glass of water, because after that you can't buy a coffee or drink anymore because she only drinks it, but she's a very happy person. Oh, that's it. I had a whole lot of things, but I thought that, well, you probably people know a lot more about things about Kim that I don't really want to know. So we just all joined together and say, wish Kim a happy birthday. We all love Kim. She's got a lot of friends, she's got a lot of people, and a lot of people here who come to enjoy the night. And I thank you all for coming. And we're gonna move on. This is going to be quite a proceeding, I can tell you. You're going to need patience. But the next thing, I think Denise wants to come up and.
Well done, PJ.
Oh!
Actually, that's really good because that makes me taller. My speech is going to be very, very brief.
Look.
If you just stop talking, everybody else stops talking. Usually. Children. The teacher is talking. The teacher is talking. I just want to reiterate what I put on Facebook for Kim when she turned 40. She came into this world in a rush, and she has not stopped.
Just recently.
Well, yes, just recently I did. It was a fairly rushed trip to hospital to have Kim, and my memories of when I had Kim, Paul wasn't there. He was escorted out to the waiting room and sitting there with my sister reading the newspaper upside down. Whilst in those days, the fathers weren't allowed to be with the wife.
Apparently that's bullshit. I found out.
There you go.
I asked someone, they said, no, Dad could go in.
Kim was born, and I looked up and I saw probably about the same amount of faces looking at me and Kim as she came into the world, because they ring a bell and all these nurses come running to watch the birth. So you had a huge audience actually watching you. Absolutely. I think Kim is born to be on the stage. She has the most beautiful personality, the most beautiful smile, and I love her dearly. I know we all love her, and I am so proud that she has achieved 40 years. And I'd also like to thank Jenny and Paul for putting on this party and having it at their
Excuse me. As you can tell, this is not a low budget event. To demonstrate the lengths we've gone to look after you tonight, we have brought from overseas, or nearly from North Kirkhill, our headline performer.
Sorry, mate.
Direct from the Isles of Bunny. And from DYRSL Bar, any bar of DYRSL. We have now, coming down the street behind you, Stan the Man. He's got a big book.
I joined Aquadexity today.
If anybody makes any fun of him, he's going to keep playing. So
come over here.
Oh, where do you want me? This is my better side too, Pop, so that's good.
Well, Paul's requirement for today was 3 things.
This is my Pop, everyone.
All epitomises our birthday girl. 1, fun. 2, happiness. 3, love. So, let's just talk about her. She's loved as a daughter. She's loved as a granddaughter. She's loved as a cousin. She's loved as a niece. And she's loved as an aunt. And she is the new version of Happy Hawk.
Oh, we're waiting.
Now, I could say, love, lovely doing. Right?
Sorry. Before
I
you
wanted to show
continue
that-
on, Pop's just started to learn the ukulele. In the last 2 weeks.
What I want here is that there have been many birthdays I've been to where there's been no accompaniment. Now we're going to wish Kim a happy birthday all together, but I'm going to lead the music. It's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Kim. Happy birthday to you.
Stand one between 2 and hand them back.
You've got to say something.
Oh, do I?
Let's go one between 2 and hand them back.
Have you got one? Am I really going to say something? I got an extra one. Alright. Oh, they're handing around notes. As you all know, I'm quite shy, so and I didn't prepare a speech, funny enough. But I would just like to thank you all for being my dearest and closest friends and coming tonight. And I thank Dad and Jenny and Mum for making tonight possible. And I did go through a bit of a panic attack this week, thinking, you know, who's probably going to get the messiest, and I thought, it's a pretty close competition between 70 of you. But I'm really happy to say that you're all very well civilised at this point. And thank you for that. And thank God a few of you are pregnant. Thank you.
No worries. What are you saying?
That lessens the competition. But thank you all very much, and I'll take it over to Stanley. Thank you.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Happy
Oh, very sorry.
If you don't be quiet, he's going to go on all night. Okay, so you just listen. Where you go, sir?
Did you say 16?
Why don't you tell me a little bit about the ukulele?
She's like, oh, she looks 1 week before.
Like the hum machine.
I said 8 weeks.
Complete needs when you have a ukulele, all the tunes you ever know, I'll put to a chord down ukulele. You can have a, where's my bottle? You can have a T-model Ford like mine, or you can have a BMW like Paul's. I borrowed it tonight. It gets people singing together. And it's suitable for young people too. Like you can go 1, 2, 3, rock around the clock, right? And I've seen last week women from the nursing home up in Narrabeen, they're crying when we'll meet again. And it brings back memories of them, the Waterloo Station and the Central Station, waving their husbands or their boyfriends or whatever. And so, it's a wonderful thing, ukulele. It does everything, it makes people happy. And then there's guys in between the two, like me, who just love people and love the world. We've got the whole world.
So we know a couple of songs.
Yeah, that's right.
We're going through them.
And then there are,
Wait.
then there are songs of love. And the one you've got, everybody got a copy?
Yeah.
Right, well, this one was made very famous by Johnny Cash. And the words were written by Paul McCartney Jeffrey.
Paul McCartney Jeffrey. Paul McCartney Jeffrey. Stan McCartney.
Here we are, right. Let's go.
All got your copy.
Everyone's got a copy. Let's go.
All got your copy?
Rock and roll. Let's go.
You're going to take a try from me. 1, 2, 3.
You are my sunshine.